Hello? Does this thing still work? Ah, good. That was the intention. It's actually it's a joke from today at work. Oh, you're jamming out to the music, like enjoying it, and then you just hear barking. Oops. I apologize to any of those who were actually listening for the first 2 minutes. Can't hear music? No, the audio's broke again. I can't hear music either. I was playing drums today. My ears are ringing. Speaking of that, oh wait, you know why? I changed a couple things. Hold on. I did change a couple audio things when I ended stream last. So I'm actually gonna make sure these still work. Very quiet. Okay, I know why. There we go. Maybe there. How about that? It is quiet. Let's see. There we go. Is that better? I changed a couple audio things, and I don't know. Sometimes my desktop audio like doesn't translate well. I guess technically. There we go. Okay, good. That's weird. I only changed it like 0.3 decibels. It really changes it that much. I guess that's a lot still. But yeah, so I have this decibel reading here, and it says I usually have it at 10. What is it? -10, or like from like the raw audio. I usually have it at -10.3, and before I ended stream, or when I ended stream last time, I changed it to -9.4, so a whole decibel almost. Anyways, at least we can hear it now. What's going on? This is a late. Hey, this is late night. I can explain, please. Today was a busy fucking day. It was really busy. Well, I got off of work at like 3, or got home at 3. Got off work at 2:30. It's about an hour drive back. And then last night I was going to bed, and then I had to move some furniture. Or my mom told me I had to move furniture. So I had to move the furniture, but then I had to move some other stuff. So I had to come home, rearrange that stuff again. And then I played drums for a little bit because I wanted to, for like an hour. And then I had dinner. And then I just chilled out for like 30 minutes because I was just like, I want to sit down. And then I was like, oh, I'm supposed to stream today. No, I knew I had to stream. I just had a lot of things to do. You know me, I'm just so busy. I got so many things to do. But no, it was a busy day. But I'm here. That's it. I'm here. I was also kind of up late last night. Well, for the furniture, but before that, I spent 2 hours almost. What is it called? Beauty day? A full cleaning day? Ladies, what is it called when you do like full body shave? I forget what it's called. He's slaying. Okay, so we all that's good. I felt bad that I was gone for like the past 5 hours. Manscaping. No, not that. No, like haircut. As you can tell, I got sick of the gross face bush thing. Eyebrows. Yeah. Oh, and nails, both fingernails and toenails. So I spent 2 hours just like I guess grooming myself. So I was after I was done, I was like, okay, cool, go to bed. Oh wait. So I got home today. Manscaping. No, it's not. I got cleaned up. I got faded. I faded myself. I kept the mustache though, which I've never really done before. I don't know. Slimmy stash. So yeah. So today when I got home, I was like, I want to do something that I actually like beating the tubs, also known as playing drums. That's what my brother calls them. He calls it beating the tubs. So, yeah, got a noise complaint. Surprisingly, I actually haven't got a noise complaint yet. But yeah, tub thumping. Tub thumping. It's not drumming anymore. It's tub thumping. In Norwegian it's called Roma. So Trommer. So it kind of similar. Roma. Let me just double check. It's been a while since I looked up this word. Roma, yeah. So Roma thumping. I don't know. But yeah, and I was tuning some of the drums today too. I don't know. I always find ways to make myself unimportant or make myself busy to an unimportant level. Like, oh, let me spend like 2 hours cutting my hair. Oh, let me spend 2 hours tuning my drums. I'm excited to be here. Tomorrow I have to do a lot of car work, which I need to text Scooty about that. Oh my god. See, it doesn't stop. But tomorrow I'm also not gonna be on because I gotta install, well, motor mounts, but another thing. Oh, maybe not motor mounts. I have to change out. I have to drain a quart of my transmission fluid and then put what is it? Some different oil that lowers the viscosity to kind of help with the gears a little bit. So I gotta do that tomorrow. And then it says it's supposed to, my ratchet deep sockets are supposed to get here tomorrow, so then I can do motor mounts. So I have to do that tomorrow. Well, and I have some appointments too. I got to do for my car, because my car's transmission is pretty old, and it's just kind of preventative maintenance. Sometimes, once in a while, a gear slips, and I'm just like, ooh, I don't like that. It is an old transmission, but I'm like, I am so pale. Why am I whiter than my walls, bro? This is actually scary. Slimmy Ghost. This is actually... What the hell? My teeth are like one shade. It's not even... The screen is blue. This is a new emote. Alright, what am I doing in this game? Oh, I remember. Yeah, I'm just gonna play this tonight. Something simple. There we go. That's much better. But yeah, I have to do that tomorrow. My car has a really loud exhaust on it. Not really loud. It's got a louder exhaust on it, so the vibrations plus the really old motor mounts, every time I turn off my car, it's like the whole fucking thing shakes. So I'm like, yeah, probably change those. It says my deep sock is supposed to get here tomorrow, like 9 p.m. But that's the Amazon thing. Usually it shows up way earlier, so hopefully that's the case. Because, oh, I know it should be, because I'll be home at like 5 or 6. Can't wait to end a hard day's work with, or a long, exhausting day of work with screaming at my car for 2 hours. Yeah, this gun doesn't work very well. I think I read it as each bullet has a 40% chance, but I think that doesn't apply to it. Oh, also Friday, another thing that I just realized about my schedule. Apparently, I'm having another family dinner. I guess these are actually pretty occasional now, which is funny. Because I've never had like family dinners, but now we've been having one like every week. And on Friday, oh, it's the Thresher Shark. On Friday, we're having biscuits and gravy for dinner. We're switching it up. It's not breakfast. It's not breakfast for breakfast. It's breakfast for dinner. So it might be a really short stream that day, or another late one. It's probably gonna be another late stream. Maybe an early one, because I don't know how late. My family just does it pretty late when it comes to like gatherings. So no 24-hour stream, no 24 stream this Friday. Wait, were we? Oh shit. That's right, because I said last Friday. I mean, what? No, you made a like 24 like minute stream. I can do that. That's pretty easy. 24 worms? Oh. Yeah, probably not. Well, unless I want to stream for start at like 8 p.m. then end at 8 p.m. the next day. That might be a little rough. I probably could do it. I don't know. Oh, that's right. Okay, you did say it was this Friday. I can't remember if that was last Friday. Unless it's late stream. I'll have to think about this. But there's a Mikamino stream the next day. I can't overlap that. That's... Don't worry, I'll just... That's my content. It's moderating. I mean, if it's earlier in the day, that's not when I get off work. Yeah, Mika time. That's important. I guess it depends on how soon I get off of work, because I usually get off. It is Friday, and usually we don't do too much on Friday. Either we do too much or we don't do too much. But hopefully not. Usually I get up like 2 or 3. Well, get off a 2-3 hour drive to probably be home at like 4 or 5. $8 p.m. the latest. Hold on, I'm stuck. I have a class, or not a class. I have a terrarium making like class on the 20th, which I think is a Saturday. So I gotta remember which Saturdays or which, because I'm totally down to do it late on Saturday or Friday, sorry, but I don't think I have anything on Saturday. Yeah, that should be fine. What am I what? Turn that day where I said I wasn't gonna stream into a day where it actually streams. I didn't even think about that. But I guess the whole point of that reward is to plan it. So, oh, that's right. That's right, because you're 2 hours ahead. It's already bedtime for you. What are you doing here? I feel like it's bedtime for me right now. I'm gonna sleep so good tonight. I'm gonna get up at like 10, maybe 10:30. I'm gonna sleep so good, dude. I've been exhausted past few days, just like sleep wise. Sleep for a week. We don't need no sleep because sleep is for the weak. We will never. What is? What? Hold on. I used to be an emo kid. I need to know this. Oh, we will never sleep because sleep is for the weak. Diamonds aren't forever. That one. Yeah, that one. Yeah, right? Like, yeah, it's like, that sucks when you get to the age where sleep becomes a responsibility rather than a luxury. Well, I guess technically it would be a luxury too at that age, but you know what I mean? Like, where it becomes like a necessity rather than like, oh, I should probably go to bed. I'm still struggling with that being an adult. It's like you know, I would pull like 2 all-nighters in a row as a kid, and now I'm like, I stay past like 1 in the morning. I wake up the next morning, like I actually feel like a corpse rising from the grave. Sometimes I'll even like in the morning I'll be like, oh, there was one time I got out of bed like that. I was like, maybe I should consider getting better sleep if I'm awakening like a pharaoh. I will say I love the new Apple alarms. They're so much more tolerable. Hold on, I have to look up an important file. That one. That sound was created by Satan himself. Right? The worst is when it falls like between like your mattress or like your pillows or something, or like it gets into like the folds of your blankets. You're like, ah! You're trying to like feel around the blanket for like something that just like, I don't even know. Like, those are the worst mornings. Spending like 5 minutes trying to find it. The worst part is I have a futon, so, well, a futon with a bunch of mattresses on top. So like, it'll like either like go into like the parts that like fold, or it'll just like go inside the sheet or something and just disappear. But yeah, that's a terrible. The new one is so much better. Like it does invoke some rage into me, but it's a lot more easy on the mind, less traumatizing. So the yeah, I do need to get some pretty good sleep tonight, because well, it's not as bad. It wasn't as bad like last year, because at the beginning of this year and last year for my work, we would we'd only have to drive like 10-15 minutes to our job site. And that's like, oh, like that, oh, that's, you know, I could wake up at like I had to be there by 8, I could wake up at like 7:20. Like easy. But now my job is in our new warehouse is an hour away. So I gotta wake up at 6. Latest 6:20. Because we don't clock in. We just have to record our hours. So it's everyone kind of gets there like around like 8 or so. But yeah. I don't miss my old jobs where we had to wake up at like 4 in the morning. It was kind of nice because you got off really early and still get a full day's work, or still get like a full 8 hours, leave early. But the problem is you're going to bed at like 7 p.m. Like I would have gone to bed like an hour and a half ago. That's insane. So luckily it's a little better now, but you know, I gotta wake up early. Who's gonna feed the roosters, or who's gonna feed the cows when the rooster roosts, or who's gonna feed the rooster? Nobody's fed him. Nobody's fed him in weeks. That's why he's roostering. Now, the only thing I have the responsibility of feeding is water to my plants, which are doing amazing, by the way. I still have time for that. Yeah. I was trying to remember if I misted them today. Oof. I should have drawn tonight. Is that correct? Because when I was starting stream, I was like, I don't really want to draw tonight. But now I'm like, huh. Maybe I'll do it one of these nights if I'm late again. I can't determine if I'm having like the artist block, but I don't think I am. Not yet, at least. I feel like I've never had really like an artist block, but I feel like I've just been lazy. No, I definitely say there's a few times I have. Like very short increments though. I know some people that have like writer's block or artist block, and it would be like, it could be up to like a year. For me, it's been like maybe months at most. Well, I can't be right now because that's another thing I have to do this week at some time is work on some graphics. Now that I have the days to do it. I kind of like the new schedule, honestly. I never thought I would like the like having a schedule or having like it like predetermined. Not like predetermined. I made it, but like I already know. But I kind of like it because then it's like, okay, I know at the end of or after I'm done with work, it's like, okay, I could do this or I could do that. It's probably easier to follow too, so it's like the only thing I can't be super accurate on is like exact times, which I mean I don't think anyone really does that. There's no way I could do that. I used to when I first started streaming. I would start at 2 and end at like 5 or something. But that's when that was during a COVID high school, so I had too much time anyways. Is the sea village over here? I think it's further down. Oh, also, another thing I just remembered today, or yesterday. Remember how a couple of streams ago, or it might have been last stream, my arm felt like super weird, and it was like it didn't have a ton of feeling, and it was like, I don't know, it felt like really weird. I was kind of worried a little bit because my hand's fine now. Oh yeah, you can see it without the bandages now. There you go. It's totally fine now. I mean, it's not like fully scarred yet, but let's go. I still have my tendon. My arm is a little sore sometimes, but I think it's because of this reason. So at work, my hands, or my whole like hand and maybe like forearm, like right about here, was getting so cold, and it would not warm up. Like my left hand and arm was like fine. This would not warm up. I would try to like warm it up. I would everything. It just wouldn't stay warm, and it was doing that same thing again, where like it was like it didn't have a ton of feeling. I was like, well, fuck, did I sever a tendon or something? And then I realized the whole day I was like super dizzy. Not like dizzy, but I was like really like, if I like squatted down to grab something, I stood back up, I would like nearly black out, which never. The only time I've blacked out from standing up too fast was when I was like 10 or 12. I was sitting on a chair in an office, and I stood up and I blacked out for a couple seconds, and I landed against a door frame, and I was like trying to hold on to the door frame, and I was like, and then one of the office ladies like grabbed me, and she was like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah." But I was like super lightheaded. I was lightheaded, not dizzy. If I did too much, I would get dizzy, but I was like super lightheaded the whole day. And then it would like kind of fluctuate with like my arm being kind of weird. So I was like, what is causing this? And then I was realizing the cold thing and the lightheadedness. I was like, that's got to be something with blood. Blood pressure's, well, I checked my blood pressure a couple weeks ago before this happened, and it was fine. But I realized when moderator Scooty attacked me viciously, I bled a lot. Like, I would say like at most a pint, but I would say around like half a pint. I can't tell for sure, but it was a lot. I left a trail from the warehouse to the sink of blood. So I think that is coming from blood loss. It explains why my hand wasn't warming up, and explains my lightheadedness, because a pint is like 10 to 15% of your total blood. So I was like, oh, because it takes like a few weeks for it to fully restore, which makes sense why just my hand alone was feeling weird. So I mean, it puts my mind at ease knowing that, you know, I still have my arm and hand. It's just, should probably take it easy and not, you know, go crazy doing jumping jacks or something. I laid down at work today to grab something, and I got up and I literally, like, my knees buckled for a second. I was like, oh, goodness gracious. I didn't clean up the blood drips when I broke my finger, as a reminder not to D. There's like 3 little spots. That's a good reminder. I should have left the blood on the warehouse floor to do stupid shit. There you go. That's a good reminder. There's like a blood spray on the wall. Oh yeah. Be careful when you're cutting vegetables. Even more metal, you have to write something with, oh, that would be metal as shit. Next time I get a paper cut, I'll just be like, don't touch paper. Okay, maybe don't. That's like cultish shit. But that would have been funny. When I told Scooty this day, and he was like, "There's no way." I'm like, "Well, when you walked into the office when I was trying to stop the bleeding, there was blood on your leg." I didn't say that to him, but I thought of that. But it actually came from a cut on his leg, coincidentally at the same time. But I did one of my coworkers walked in and she was like, "Can you clean up the blood on the drawer?" And I looked down and I was bleeding into an open drawer, and I was like, "Oh, don't worry about that." So I think it's safe to say that there was a little bit, maybe not even, it could have not even been maybe it wasn't even half a pint. It definitely was. If I was like, it was like, I don't want to get too much in detail, but there was a lot. I should have taken a picture just to like kind of see how much it was, of like right when it happened to my hand, because I have a picture of when I stopped the bleeding. But even though if it wasn't that much, still there's not a lot of blood in your hand, so it just kind of has to recirculate. Oh. Oh. Okay, I was wondering when he was going to do something. Yeah, I think that's what's causing the soreness a little bit too in my arm. But it's fine. I mean, if next month it's still doing the same thing, I might have something wrong. Oh, sorry, I did this mission. Wedding? Wait, am I getting married? Am I getting married? Oh no, okay. The goblin shark. Oh no, another earthquake. Okay, I thought it was gonna be the goblin shark. That would have been cool. King Long's arm. Yeah, do I have anything else to do? I could raise some seahorses. Oh, nothing like get up, clock out of work, and go to the casino. I don't think there is a casino in my town. No, there isn't. Maybe it's only certain counties can have gambling. I don't know. Not that I would. The last time I gambled was was a game of blackjack with my friends in Texas, and we each had $5 and we put $1 in. I haven't lost yet. I think I still have like 15 bucks in my wallet somewhere, but I'm kind of cracked. Before that, I did some blackjack on GTA 5 online. That was a new car. Can't do that. I actually feel like gambling would be one of my least favorite things for like having fun. I get why a lot of people do it. I think it's definitely like a much older person thing to do. I mean, I guess I am a child apparently, so, but I don't know. A lot of my siblings and family are like, oh, we're gonna go to Vegas for your 21st. We're gonna what is it? We're gonna go gambling. We're gonna go do all this. I'm like, I don't know. I get anxiety every time I go through a casino because it's just like, it just like it's you're supposed to have fun, but it's a very like official thing with like real money. I don't know. It doesn't seem like, it kind of seems like something you just kind of throw money at. Like, I guess that's kind of like the vibe, but it's not. It's definitely not my vibe. I've smelt enough cigarette smoke for a good while. I'm okay. I'm so straight edge. Whoa. Wait. Listen, where I'm from, I have to be straight edge until 4 months, 3 months. I don't even know my own birthday. I can't be trusted with substances. What would I do in Vegas? I've been to Vegas multiple times. I was there last 2 Augusts ago. Okay, 2 years ago. I was there before I left, like the month before I left to Texas. I went to see Slipknot in Vegas. I want to say that was actually pretty fun. I don't like Vegas, but it's, well, under 21, if you're under 21, you could probably get away with it in Vegas, but I don't know. It's not you know those like cities in like cyberpunk games and shows, or like cyber like aesthetic, like, you know how like this, like the cities in those look like super like industrial and super like total like brain rot, like, you know, gambling bars, strip clubs, like all that, like very like substance abuse, kind of like just kind of gritty, like, you know, like that kind of vibe, where it doesn't feel like a city. It feels more like just like a large district for that kind of stuff. That's pretty much Vegas. 15, yeah, Vegas would be the place to do it. It's crazy the stuff that's possible in Vegas. Like, Like, well, that's why they say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, because you can do anything. That's why even like when I see like families go to Vegas, like this is not even a place for families. Like unless you're never walking on the street or something, because there's literal like advertisements on the sidewalk for like adult stuff, flat out. So, dude, I remember one time, this has happened on multiple occasions. I don't know what's with hotel elevators in Vegas, but like obviously there's the people that hand out like the adult actress, like those like cards that they're not technically they're not nude, but they're very close. Someone in a like this happened, I know twice, maybe 3 times. I walk into the elevator with either my family or one of my siblings, and the entire floor is just covered in them, to the point where when the doors opened, some of the cards like fell out of the door. And we just look at each other and we're like, what the how the fuck did this happen? And it's just like, imagine just like being like a family, like, all right, kids, let's go down the pool. Just the really uncomfortable like silence and like the elevator ding, like it's just crazy. Some of the food is good in Vegas too, but it's like abnormally expensive. That's the thing, is like it's probably because it's so expensive and the economy is so what's the term for it? The economy is always like stimulated, I guess. I don't know. Everything is just so expensive, so it's not even worth to like go there for the food or for the what do you call it? How many times I've been to Vegas? It's had to have been like, I think 7 or 8 times in my life I've been to Vegas. And it got pretty boring, but the Slipknot concert was pretty fun. But that's because I was an adult then, and the last times I went, I was pretty young. But no, I don't think I'm gonna do that for my 21st. Lade and I already made an agreement since we were like freshmen in high school that because our birthdays are 3 days apart, that we're both gonna get tankards, those like wooden Viking mugs, and we're gonna put our own engravings on them. And we're gonna drink Coors Light out of them for our 21st. God bless, brother. And then some other shit. I don't know. What's up, Oompa? How dare you call me by my past life? Yeah. Do I have any other plans for my 21st? I don't think I do. What am I even doing in May? Am I even gonna still be like in America? I don't know. Death rifle. Death rifle, explosive rifle, and there's no upgrades for the tranquilizer gun. Okay. Why? Oh, wait. Here we go. Large fish to sleep with 2 consecutive shots. Coral, orb, and topaz. Cool. Also, I might stick with this gun. Oh wait, I have the suit now. I can go back down there. My hand is so cold. It's doing the thing. Oh, it's cucumber day. I need to go to the farm. Look at those cucumbers. Sick. It's all in the mind. Nothing's real. Pick it. I know my coworkers and I were talking about something to do with like in the mind. Oh, it was I think it was more like sleep paralysis shit. Or was that a few days ago? Can't remember. It was something about just being in your... Something about it all being in your mind. I don't know. We talk about weird stuff at work. That's the best part about my job, is that there's no filter when it comes to the topics. Like, one day we could talk about, how the gas prices are so high. And then, actually, they're coming down a little bit. And then the next day we could be talking about, are there parallel universes? Are you working for the machine or against it? Well, like the band says, rage against the machine. But what is the machine? Let's get that question. What is... It's all in your mind. Oh, power. Oops. It's kind of nice to have not, like, really small talk, like, kind of filters when it comes to, like, work and, like, coworkers. Because, like, we'll do these things called Question of the Day, where we'll talk about, like, whatever we want. But it can be pretty deep conversations. That's nice. Or it could be I don't know. I should bring a whiteboard and like put it in the corner of the conference room and be like, question of the day. What's your favorite color? Oh. Oh, goblin shark. It's gotta be. Yeah, I'm gonna do those later because I need to go to the glacial area. Narwhal, dude, these cutscenes have been spoiling half of the fish for me. Do I want any of these fish? Ah, it's gonna take too long. I do want this one though. Oh, I don't have one of you. Blobfish. Got him. Sorry, I'm trying to... I just realized I was holding the mouse diagonal like the whole time. Wait, am I in the glacial area? I guess so. Wait. Is this the right place? I feel like this isn't the right place. Or but the picture was new. Yeah, this is new. Or no, I actually can't tell. No, because I've done this before, because I remember the turmeric. Turmeric? I don't know. Wait, no, this has to be new because that's what this thing melted. Oh. Right? I've already been here. I'm running out of oxygen. I've wasted half my oxygen, actually. Yeah, this has to be it. I'm just freaking out. I don't know how far I am in this game. I could be near the end. I could be 50% through. Now, I'll probably say like I'm like 70%. That's my guess. It's kind of crazy to think. I actually can't tell. I don't know why this would be running. Why would it make me take the picture again if that was Kate? Let me go up one. Oh, maybe... Oh, this is new. This is the new... Okay, this... I thought this was... Yeah, because... Okay. Okay, no. Where the mirror is, there's another one up. That's what I was thinking this one was. Here we go. There's more puzzles? Uh-oh, the tire is hitting me. It's happening. This is the worst part, is the second I lay down, I'm gonna be wide awake. That's just the curse. If I went to bed right now, I could probably fall asleep. But I know that the time is gonna pass. And I'm gonna be, Eep. I'm gonna be wide awake. What the hell was the point of this? I'm losing my mind. Did I not just... That's not even turmeric. Maybe... Something over here? No. Nothing there. What was the point of me melting this then? Went through all that work. Where's my phone? I wonder if it's making me have to do these. Borrow me a book from the temple. I've already been through here. That's where the light came from. And then one more up. That's where you exit. Is it really going to make me do all the missions? Maybe I'm missing something? I don't know. I'm going back to the village. This is what happens when you skip dialogue. What quest am I doing? I don't know. I'm trying to look for a quest. I just did the one where you go in that submarine, or not submarine, the underwater base with the suit, and now I have the suit to go into the cold area, and that's all I saw in the cold area, I think. Why do you keep getting dog commercials? Dogs are weird, man. Cats are where it's at. Wait. Uh-oh. Wait. What? Oh no, he's gonna make me come back. He's like, nope, that's the wrong book. No, I'm not calling your dog weird. Isn't your dog the goblin though? Isn't your dog the goblin? This book, this isn't it. I own a seed shop, but a divine tree isn't something you can just plant and grow. Okay, so I was wrong and right, kind of. Well, now I'm gonna get him the suspicious book. Okay, you know, that's understandable. I guess I would always call, when I had fish tanks everywhere, I would call all the fish fat. Just because. Mainly the goldfish, though, because they are fat. Okay, so this one. Oh, yeah, so he's like, I own a seed shop. It's gotta be this one. Gotta be. Here you go, man. This book, this is it. I mean, what am I saying? What are you thinking bringing a book like this? I heard something you borrowed before. No, what's this? This is some kind of misunderstanding. Go and look again. You creep. Zombie likes to see people and the king fighting on the cover. Oh, that's adorable. I love when dogs have like really fashionable goatees. This book, this is the one. What? Very flavorful seaweed seed. Did you know you can eat seaweed? It's actually pretty good. Well, there's a certain kind of seaweed you can eat. Don't just go eating seaweed. Do not. I didn't say eat it. I said there is a lot of variations of seaweed you can eat. Everyone wants food in this game. It's so weird. You have clothes too. That's pretty cute. Animals in clothes are usually pretty funny, but my cat hated like clothes and like stuff put on her. I don't think cats like that in general. My cat didn't mind. Ow! I just touched my little scar. My cat didn't mind like little decorations on her collar. Every time we would take her to a pet groomer, they would always leave like a little like bandana or something. Last time she was there, she had a little pink camo bandana. It was pretty cute. And then one time they gave her a little like red, white, blue one for 4th of July. Yeah, I guess that's true. I forgot that like I forgot that dogs actually need like clothes sometimes for like really cold, especially the goblin ones. Is that most of the quests? Talk to Bancho, follow the signs. Okay. Hey, Goblin Shark. This has got to be Goblin Shark. Unlike like huskies, where it's the opposite. You need to like, if you live in a warm place, you need to like give them ice baths. There's a person in my neighborhood that has a, it's not a husky. It looks like a husky, but it's white. It's like all white, and it's really fluffy. And the tail curls, like not curls, but like it goes like up. I don't know what that's called. It looks like a wolf almost. It really fluffy face. Fluffy white dog. Oh. Yeah, that's it. What is this called? That was easy. I hate Google Images because they'll like tell you like, oh, cutest dog photos, cutest dog. It's like, well, tell me what the dog is. A Samoyed. Sammy? Samoyed? Siberian. Yeah, okay. I remember correlating that it was a Siberian dog. Which that is still a cold weather dog. It's cold right now, but it gets like 100 degrees in the peak of summer. I don't know how that works. Sweaters, coats, and shoes. Oh. That's funny. Shoes. Put a dog in some Gucci flip-flops. Little dog sandals. Oh, what about like some little like little dog like little sandals? Has that been a Shark Tank idea yet? I swear, like a good portion of Shark Tank pitches are like cat and dog accessories. My neck. Oh, that's true. I didn't even think about that. Salt is so annoying for like a lot of things like that, like cars, animals, sometimes grass, roads. But it's useful because it gets rid of the ice, but the worst is oh, this is new. Is that red cedar? Or am I thinking of lava rock? I forget. It's that red rock shit. Whatever it's called. You don't touch grass, stop lying. Why the fuck would I touch grass? I barely even have a yard. Why the fuck would I go out there and be like, oh, grass? Wow. Start ripping it. Of course I don't touch grass. That'd be weird. I already pick at rocks. I always pick up a bunch of rocks on the side of my yard because I need them for my plants and stuff. So neighbors already think I'm crazy because I'm over there collecting rocks from the side of my yard. I play drums. My car is fucking ugly. Like they already think I'm crazy. I'm not gonna go out there and start touching the grass. That's good. Yeah, some animals don't like clothes. That's kind of, why am I saying like some animals? I do that. I fucking hate sweatpants, and I always get comments about like the shorts, but the second I put on a pair of sweatpants, I'm done. I'm dead. I overheat. I actually bought a long sleeve shirt today. Well, I ordered it. It's two band shirts, and one of them is a long sleeve, but it's like a thick long sleeve. That's the only long sleeves I wear. I like the thick long sleeves. It's really cozy. I love cozy too. Cozy's good. And they're not like, I think it's because I don't like the reason why I stopped wearing sweatpants is because I didn't like clothes like touching my ankles. It just felt like there's something always like I was very conscious about the clothes around my ankles. Like it's kind of like having like an eyelash in your eye and you're just like, so I just kind of got sick of it. Oh, and like my knees too. I think just like the walking and having it like drag on your ankles and your knees. I don't, that's why I don't like pants. Just remove your ankles then. Oh yeah, that's, wow. I actually didn't think about that. It's not like I'd get out of this chair anyways. Then I could attach what's left of my ankles or legs to my drum pedals, so I don't have to worry about like actually using momentum on the drum pedals or the kick pedals. I could just actually use I can make some, okay, this is turning into like an actual like horror scene. Yeah. Kneecaps too? Okay, you want those? Do you want those, do you want those just like in a plastic bag or? What do kneecaps even look like? Well, I kind of know, but like, I've never like seen the bone. Oh my God. No. No. Patella. Oh, it's literally like a little... That's a tiny bone. It needs ice? Why would a bone need ice? Are you... Freshness? I guess bones are technically like what do you call it, organic. And like obviously they're organic, but like internally they're also organic. I always like to think bones are just like solid like you know, but bones are actually like, they're really durable, but they're not like you could crack them pretty easily. It's pretty crazy to think. I always think bones are just like I don't know, like just random, I don't know. That's weird to think about, like bone marrow and stuff. Oh, there we go. That, how much is a kneecap worth? Probably not very much. How much is a patella worth? Like if I was to donate it. Calculating knee injury settlement amounts. Oh, I mean, sure. How much is a broken knee worth? Most broken kneecap claims sell for under $200,000. Yeah, I don't need the patellas, man. I don't need those anyways. One? Both of them? Like, what if I slip and fall and break both, like, both of my kneecaps just got removed at the same time? That would look like a really weird fall. Yeah, I wouldn't think as much as organs. But, I mean, I guess it's still a really important part of your body because that's literally, like, protecting your joint. It's literally internal armor. Most broken kneecap claims settle for... Oh, wait. Oh, here's another one. Between $7,000 and $150,000. Per knee? ACL repair or reconstruction ranges from $10,000 to $30,000. God bless America. If you have suffered a severe knee injury because of someone else's negligence, then you can be entitled to a settlement worth $1 million or more. Wow. ACL is muscle. Yeah. I was just curious. That was one of like the recommended things. They could probably harvest bone marrow. Oh yeah, it's true. Is there even bone marrow? Like a tiny bit? Dang. No wonder they always stressed at Home Depot to put out the wet floor signs. You know what? In my like 2 months working there, they actually like I never saw like an accident like that happen. Or no, what was it? There was one. It was a lot of people trying to like make that happen. Like one of them was like, oh, I was touching the wood and I got like this really bad laceration in my hand, and it was like a tiny scratch. I was like, don't touch the wood. I didn't say that, but I was like, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Transplants of bone marrow. Really? How does that work? How would you get in the bone? And how would you... I can see that. But like bone marrow is like very, because when I think of bone marrow like in an animal bone, it's very like it's like pasty. I guess it depends on how dead the animal is, but it's like it's very like I don't know how to explain it. It's like a yeah, I'm totally lost. For humans, it's probably different too. My dad always tried to make me eat bone marrow from like a chicken bone and stuff. He was like, "Son, this is the good shit here. The bone marrow is good for you." He's like, "No, try it." I'm like, "No, thanks." He's like, "Oh man," he's like, "Oh, that's awesome." I'm like, "Eh, more for you." If I was in a survival scenario, probably. Probably illness that deteriorate the bones, and I think the marrow can also get cancer, but take it with a grain of salt. Yeah, that totally makes sense. It's interesting that you could do a transplant on that. Wow, the human body is such a mystery. It's a good thing I only eat healthy things that regulate my my overall health, like McDonald's and Red Bull. I feel like Red Bull is one of the better energy drinks compared to like I used to drink Rockstar insanely, and that's not good for you. This is sparkling water. Science be crazy like that. Yo, science rocks, yo. Fuck yeah, science, bitch. Yo, science. Yo, mama's a llama. Eminem. I need to eat more bones so my bones can become more bone. Science. Top 3 science moments of 2024. I need to eat more bones so my bones can become more bone. Banana nana. Yeah, this looks like where a goblin shark would be hiding out at. Have you guys seen like actual pictures of like underwater lakes? Sorry, I keep tabbing out, but or brine pools. They're really cool. Because this one, what they're trying to do here, there's a lot of brine pools of like underneath lakes and stuff. So there'll be a lot of like branches and shit like this. So that's pretty cool that they got that. They added that detail. Brine pools are crazy. I always thought, like, when I was a kid, I used to want to be a marine biologist. So when I watched SpongeBob, I would see like Goo Lagoon, and they'd always joke about like in the show they joked about like the water being underwater. I'm like, no, actually that's a brine pool. Or I probably said it something different, but it's just crazy that detail is actually in the show. Avoid the fog. Fog is coming. The fog is coming. Who put all the salt here? That's enough slices. That good? There we go. It looks the exact same. There's an amazing YouTube video. Oh, what did I say? What did I say? Before I fight this goblin shark, there's this amazing video on YouTube. I forget what it's called. I think it's called like walking underwater or something. Okay, I need to find it. Sorry. Maybe we'll watch it after this because it's already getting pretty late. Walking underwater. Oh yeah. Okay. I literally found it. What? This isn't the original video though, is it?
5 tips to walk underwater.
Shut up. Oh, I guess it is. Is it a National Geographic thing? Oh yeah, it is. Okay. The Delta P video? I have not. I'm trying to remember if that sounds familiar. No, I haven't seen Delta P, but so yeah, but this video I'm talking about, there's brine pools in it, so that's why I was bringing it up. Recommend it? No! Goblin shark! Why is the shark growling? It doesn't have lungs. It's underwater. I'm here to rescue, but what is this monster? I was sure to take a look at the lake. That's when... Goblin shark. Actually, did you know that the goblin shark can detach its jaw from its face to catch prey? Oh. Man, this guy sucks. Seriously, that was it? Why are you screaming? Why was it screaming? That was so weird. What is this? Jaws 4? I know they do that obviously for effect, but I always find it funny when games do that, when they make like sharks growl and shit. Like honestly, it'd be more terrifying to hear like the rushing water, or like even just being like silent rather than it making noise. That just makes it more terrifying. It looks goofy when a shark is roaring. It's a goblin shark, so it growls. But there's not a lot of sightings of goblin sharks. There's like what, 20 sightings or something? So maybe they growl. Maybe they just haven't done it yet. Maybe all fish and sharks can growl and screech, but we just haven't heard them yet. That's my theory. Whales can make noise? That's true. But yeah, the whales can. Why can't the fish? It's kind of interesting to think about how like fish don't have vocal cords like whales do, or like the lung capacity. It's so weird to think about. It's crazy to think a rodent just decided to be a whale one day. Oh, actually, there's a video for that. Hold on. I'll show it in a second. Wow! Is that everything for now? I want to fish. You know what? I'm going back over the surface. Yeah, this is maybe the shortest haul ever, but I don't care. Oh, I got some things from the glacial area. Oh, it's Cucumber Day. Okay, we have to celebrate Cucumber Day. That's a weird firework. Especially with the the other two little fireworks behind it. That's got to be. Why is Ken here? I wonder if they make a firework just like that. I thought, and it looks like the eggplant emoji. So I'm chronically online. Jail. Oh, it actually is Ken. I was, yeah. Actually, that's Leon Kennedy. Why was that noise so loud? Is that the only one? All right. Cucumber. Most of these VIP things I already have the stuff for, which is pretty nice. Cucumber. Cucumber. Goblin Shark Belly Roast. Goblin Shark's fatty meat. I feel like a Goblin Shark wouldn't have fatty meat because they're really skinny and they lack the proper Ooh, spider crab. Oh, we just flat out have skewered cucumber. You're saying the Goblin Shark isn't fat? Yes, they're very scrawny. Oh, because they live in the deep, so they don't get that much they don't eat that well. They don't eat like the fish way up there. Because they can't see most of the time, but plus they're if they did have fatty meat, it would probably taste disgusting. It honestly would probably taste like mud. I feel like deep sea fish would all taste like mud. No sunlight. Barely any nutrition. It tastes like goblin. Exactly. Probably barely any blood either. Like... Okay, Batty. Thanks for stopping by. Tell the IKEA shark I said hi. And maybe see you Friday for a really long time. I don't know. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I feel like deep sea fish wouldn't taste very good. All right. This. Oh, I didn't get the other cucumber dishes. I'm going to bed in the second. I'm going to bed in a second too. Yeah, I don't have any other seaweed dishes, so we're just gonna put tuna. Or should I get rid of these? No, because they wouldn't like that. Because they complain if there isn't like any. If the menu isn't completely like event themed. Good night, Batty. I forgot that the shark's name is Pork Chop. That's That's awesome. Do I? Yeah, let's be extra. Let's just put some other stuff in there. Just in case we run out. I'll keep an eye on the menu too. Wow. Did I say hashtag dolphin? I think it's everything. I have a lot of money. Wait, there's only one dish. Oh, I'm stupid. That's the event, or that's the auto supply. I was like, there's only one dish for the cucumber. I forgot because you can have normal guests too. So let's do this too. I forget it's normal guests and yeah. A lot of dirty dishes. Oh goodness, oh goodness, oh goodness. Oh goodness, I'm doing all I can. Person at table 7. Go, 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 go. Oh, dirty plates. Dirty plates. Dirty plates. Okay, he's got it. Oh, dirty plates. That person say no cucumber. There's literally cucumber on the menu. These people are not grateful. Faster, Dave. Dave is so slow. But he can pour a perfect beer. Whoever got pissed at there not being any cucumber in the menu, I hope you just have really bad vision, because there's literally cucumber on the menu. Why? Damn! Damn! That's the best I've ever made. And it was all because this... Oh, what the... The skewered cucumber was $500! There's no way Dave is so slow when he's literally swimming every day. Isn't that kind of funny? He's like the most physically active person, like inhuman strength and stamina. No, that's actually armor. That's his armor, and you know what? He's faster in water. He's not fast on land. Also, why is it... I like how a glass of ice and cucumbers with toothpicks through them is $512. Locally sourced, homegrown. That's true. But maybe Dave's a fish. What if Dave is a sea person, like the mermaids, this whole time? Or he turns into one. Oh, that's why I couldn't go there. That's why I... How do I go to the glacial area? Catch them all project. Gotta catch them all, Pokemon. Fish we spotted with our radar this week was the humphead parrotfish. A horned parrotfish. I've never seen anything like it. It's close to the boat wreck. Which one? There's like 3. Oh. That's pretty cool. What head? Weekly fish. Fishmon. Okay. Okay, bud. A horned parrotfish. Capturing the boat wreckage. Why is there so many features to this game? It's so crazy. Oh, I wish I would have known that my cold suit would have upgraded so I could have saved my money. Oh well. Let's upgrade this. Let's do one of these. Let's do one of these. 800. That's got to be the max in the game. There's no way this game goes deeper. Unless Dave turns into Aquaman. I just spent a lot of money. I don't even use the knife. Bring a narwhal up to the surface. I thought it wanted me to kill a narwhal. I was like, Dave, you've gone too far. You had sustainable hunting, but leave the beluga whale alone. It's not a beluga whale, but it's in the same family as the beluga whale. All right. I'm actually starting to get pretty tired. I hope I can sleep tonight. We're just gonna watch a couple of videos. And then I'm going to bed. This is my own original idea. I will go to sleep in a second. Indo-IS, our brother. Watch the Delta P video burger sleep. Oh, yeah, that's true. You are so right. Differential pressure. Now, I know these safety videos can get pretty gruesome. Is this how... Wait. Oh, there's literally just Delta P. There's Delta P safety, and then... Thumbnail's a crab, I think. Oh, is it the one with the crab getting sawed? I don't know if I can show that. I mean, I feel bad for the crab. Why is there so many instances of this crab getting sawed? And don't show it? Yeah. Oh, it looked interesting. Oh, yeah, okay, it is one of these, like, safety videos where it just shows you what happens if you don't do the thing right, and then you lose all your limbs. Oh, okay, yeah, I have seen that video. I always thought it was a saw. Money! Money!
Indo-IS, my brother. I've decided to search for more food in the waters.
You will regret this, Pakicitus. The environment will force you to adapt.
I just need some shrimps. I will be perfectly fine.
What the fuck?
Indo-IS.
That one. That's the one I wanted to show. Okay, this one. This video is fucking dope. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. That's crazy. Pressure is scary. Now watch this guy do it. Oh, touchdown! Wait. Oh, I did this wrong. Oh, I'm so stupid. Okay. Oh, wow. I had it backwards. So, sorry, back to the audio thing, the decibels. I was turning the audio down. I wasn't raising it. I'm so dumb, dude. All right, now it's better. This whole time I've been turning the audio down since last stream, thinking it was turning it up. What the? Where the hell is this? Dude, he found that one building in Subnautica. Beat. Oh. Beat. Fish. Beer. We can only say words that start with F. Well, yeah. Why? Where? This is like. This reminds me of those pillars in the British Isles that like are perfect hexagons or whatever. Nature be crazy. Nature, you one crazy mother hecker. No wonder. This is probably where they got that inspiration for Subnautica. Why does he have a thong? All right, he doesn't have an oxygen tank right now. It's just like free diving, because it's all edited. Like he goes to different areas. You'll see. Oh yeah, that poor crab. Whoa, this is running in a dream. This is literally how it feels. There's no way it's all in one breath. No, I think he's got it. Kind of looks like Batman. Spider-Man? That's a cool angle. Oh, right. You try to like grab something and your hands just like melt. That's the worst. Oh, that scares me. I hate going into underwater caves. Like, what if you get stuck? That is a cool shot. It's been years since I've seen this. My dreams be crazy acid. Keep in mind, this is like Antarctic water, probably. So dude's feet gotta be cold. Oh, that always makes me nervous. When they swim to the other side. Oh yeah. Even he's like, fuck that shit. Get me out of here. The brine pool. We did the brine pool mentioned? What the fuck is another body of water? It is really spooky, but it's so cool. It doesn't look like water either. It's so crazy. That's a good camera they have. You could probably hold his breath for a really long time if they're shooting this kind of film in these different areas. Plus, looking at the way how he moves through water, he's probably pretty experienced. I mean, experienced divers can go past like 4 or 5 minutes easy. So that's so crazy that the human lungs are so strong and our cardio is so strong that we can go from like 30 seconds of breath to like 4 or 5 minutes. Oh, that's so cool. This is how fish see air. Oh, the world record's like probably insanely long. What the f... okay, now it's starting to turn into a dream. Hi, Scooty. I'm still playing Dave the Diver. This is honestly would be fucking dope if I had a dream about this. Swimming with black tip reef sharks. That's better than most dreams I have. Yeah, why do they have harpoon guns? Scooty, it's to keep him warm, obviously. And for fashion. Black tip reef sharks are so cool. I swam with a couple and they're so chill. Oh, and sperm whales too. Yeah, those are pretty cool. Don't mind that. Oh yeah. Oh, please let that be your outfit. I would pay to see that. Maybe it's to yeah, maybe it is camouflage. It's like actually, I don't know. Maybe it's weights or something. That's got to be edited. There's no... Yeah, it's okay. You can tell it's edited. Oh, that's... Okay, that's pretty edited. Especially when he comes up behind the whale right here. That is real. I was there. Oh yeah, you're the Speedo. That's why you don't want to admit it. Like the shading is so different on these, and like the scale keeps changing between the two. Like he's really still, but the camera keeps changing, or the camera orientation. Honestly, the whales probably wouldn't have given a shit if he was there, but like that I was gonna say, I feel like they wouldn't have tried to spot a pod of sperm whales just for this video. That's so cool, though. I mean, it tricked me years ago. But sperm whales are giant. They're way bigger than that. Actually, have you seen the mouth on a sperm whale? Someone at work, I won't say their name, Scooty, but someone at work was literally trying to argue that sperm whales could eat humans. This is not to scale, but look how small the mouth is on a sperm whale. It's that little thing right there. Oh, it's because I said, because we were watching whale videos, and he was, what was it? I said that sperm whales were the largest toothed whales. He's like, oh, so they can fucking eat you? And I was like, probably not, but they're still fucking giant, and they're scary. So, actually, no. Yeah, maybe a really, really small human. Scooty, you don't even mod. You can't even try to correct anything. No, oh. No, oh. It's still a cool shot though. Is that a humpback? That's got to be real. This shot looks a little more believable. Just because of the lighting. That's cool. Maybe not. That last part looked weird. Yeah, I don't got that. It was all in your head. Want to pet it up, but they're too far away. No, just go for a swim. Whoa, this is a new feature. Oh, this is beautiful right here. No, this is way better scenery. Oh, look at that. Look at it. Ah. That's gorgeous. I think I watched this one at work. Yeah, I did. Wow. There's a... Oh, I think it's this was the video. Free fall. Maybe. Let me see if I can find another video. Could orcas survive the Mesozoic? Maybe. Oh, One Breath Around the World. That's what the original video is called. So that's yeah. I was trying to find the original, but I mean it's the same video. I saw another video. Where was it? It looked pretty interesting. When I clicked on that, where was it? I was about to click on this one about the Mariana Trench, but it's 50 minutes long. Deep sea divers are seeing things they can't explain. our planet. Oh, there's that new what's the new Netflix documentary of the dinosaurs? Is it Life on Our Planet also? Oh yeah, it's also Life on Our Planet. Okay, I thought that was... Oh, they made a dinosaur version. Okay, I've heard that one was pretty bad. I like watching Nautilus videos. League of Legends, Nautilus League, Play League. Honestly, you can't even get upset at that because no one even knows what a Nautilus is. These motherfuckers are like horseshoe crabs. Four or five extinctions worth of evolution, and they're like, nah, we're good. we don't need to change. Eileen took and root people. These guys, one of the extinct Nautilus probably have done that before. Look at that dude. Oh! Look at that dude. That's how they move. That's how they repulse water. What did dinosaurs really sound like?
Whether in movies, shows, or random clips on TikTok, we've all heard in some form or another the type of noises that dinosaurs would have been able to...
Oh, I've seen this video before. There's not a ton of... It just kind of explains how. It doesn't like actually just give you the clips. Pulse. Go back to playing League of Legends, Scooty. This is why I yell at you. Chambered Nautilus are hatching at the aquarium. More like clench, I'd say. I'm getting rid of your mod. Oh, this looks lit.
Mollusks are usually the simplest of creatures, often not having blood vessels and sometimes even lacking a proper brain. But one group of animals challenges this: squid and their other...
Oh, Eevee Nautilus with the live like the live streams of the like those little like drones underwater. Those are awesome. I used to watch those like as my background noise. Screw squid, go Nautilus. Squid isn't even a champion. Every time I watch the live streams, nothing like I'm just looking at like sand for like 3 hours straight. And I feel like every time I click off, I'm gonna miss something, like a Mola Mola sighting or something.
Other cephalopod cousins,
Malawi.
cuttlefish, and octopus. All of these animals are bewitchingly alien, with their multiple limbs, hearts, and brains, but are far from simple creatures. Their family tree branched away from ours over
Super Bowl
years ago, before trees had even evolved, and yet developed eyes independently from our own.
What is this? Oh, I just saw that on the recommended the gulper reel. Let me add that one too. That one's pretty cool.
And unlike their mollusk cousins, are capable of some of...
Okay, this one's only 2 minutes. We'll watch this one.
Oh yeah, there's something dark over to the left-hand side, sort of in the center. It's moving along there. This thing here. Can we take a look at that?
What is that?
Oh, wow.
Looks like a Muppet.
What are you?
What is
It's
that?
like a,
it's a huh.
Oh, it's a
it's
fish.
defensive.
It's in the water column, isn't
That's
that
a
what it is?
fish?
What?
I don't know.
What? Wow.
It looks like to me.
Is it engorged or is it like that?
Is it mad?
Yeah.
Touch
Is
it.
it just...
Look,
Oh
oh
my
my
goodness.
god.
Look at
Oh
that.
my
Wow.
goodness.
So goofy.
Oh my god.
It's got like googly
Thank you,
eyes.
fish
I
scientist.
think
We,
he's too much.
yeah.
What?
He's full.
Wow.
Wow.
We really ticked him up.
He ate a Voltorb.
Uh-oh.
Now that
Uh-oh.
That's like the gill archer? The gill?
Some kind of
What is
Whoa.
it
It just got
He ate
so
too much. He
big.
is so pissed. He's really angry. Look at him.
Oh my god.
That's his defense. Like, let me
Oh,
blow
yeah,
up
could be
so I can show him how big I am.
Incredible.
Wow.
Yep, he's doing the shake.
Oh, it's a
Oh
mouthful.
my
Oh,
Is that a gulper eel then?
Wow.
I
Yes.
think so, yeah.
Oh, he's getting jiggy with it.
That was awesome.
That was awesome. What a way to end the watch, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's pretty cool. I think he carries the boats. You would look at an eel and say, "You don't know me, son."
Were the same intellectual feats as mammals, but developed all of these features on their own and in their own way, with 3 brains and blue blood.
Does he carry the boats, Scooty? Do you think this little fella carries the boats? Just do a little puffy guy. It is actually kind of crazy how something evolved to where it has like abnormally large lips, pretty much, but it folds to the side. Like, how the fuck does that even? What kind of niche is that filling? Screw squid? Well, squids don't like you.
Cephalopods contain octopus, squid, and cuttlefish, but also their very distantly related cousin, the nautilus. The nautilus is a living fossil, with fossils of very similar looking creatures found in rocks dating to more than 400 million years ago in the Ordovician period. It is a survivor of a very different type of cephalopod that was more common back then. It has very primitive eyes that lack a lens and are just an exposed hole. But more importantly, it had a shell, as the modern and more common form of shellless cephalopod that we are used to today, like squid and octopus.
Oh, I guess comparing it to
all
an
descended from
octopus or a
shelled
squid. Okay.
ancestors, not too different to the nautilus.
Circle with legs.
The name cephalopod means head feet, pointing out the way that
Does cephalopod really mean head feet? Huh. That's actually kind of pretty accurate.
this group of creatures have limbs surrounding their mouths, coming from their head. And although it may not look like it, these tentacles are actually a highly modified version of the molluscan foot that is found on the bottom of most mollusks, as many scientists think that squid and all cephalopods are closely related to a group of mollusks not too different in appearance to limpets, called monoplacophorans. Specifically, a monoplacophoran that lived in what is modern-day Antarctica over 500 million years ago, back in the Cambrian period, called Nitoconus, that had an extremely exaggerated conical shell.
It's a cat
Previously
claw.
only known from fossils, the monoplacophorans were thought to have gone extinct hundreds of millions of years ago, but were discovered to have survived until the present day.
Look at him go! They use Latin. I didn't know what the I guess that I guess that makes sense.
Day, living at the bottom of the ocean. They are thought to be the ancestors of squid because these shelled mollusks share many features with the earliest confirmed cephalopod known, the tiny Plectronocerus, that lived 480 million years ago in the early Ordovician period.
Got a funny hat.
And if Nitoconus was the ancestor of the cephalopods, it would mean that the cephalopods are basically just a highly evolved limpet-like animal. The problem with this theory is that there is another, older, stranger animal known as Nectocaris that might actually be the earliest cephalopod known, and along
New squid reveal or squid prequel reveal. He's a wizard. Oh yeah, it is like a little wizard hat.
along with its two
You're a wizard,
tentacles,
squid.
it had no shell, meaning if this animal was a cephalopod, then cephalopods may not have inherited their hard coverings from a monoplacophoran ancestor, and these shells were a later innovation all on their own. However, there are parts of this puzzle that don't quite fit, and many scientists doubt that Nectocaris was a cephalopod, and more fossils will be needed to know for sure. Plectronocerus was tiny and would have been difficult to spot on its ancient seafloor habitat, but hidden inside its shell was one of the most useful pieces of equipment that early cephalopods had at their disposal, known as a siphuncle. A siphuncle is a little tube that pierces through all the chambers found inside a cephalopod's shell.
Hermit
that
crab.
The creature is able to flood with salty blood, which dehydrates the chambers, leaving them filled with gas. So the protective shell can be used as a flotation device and can be finely tuned to accurately control buoyancy in the water.
Those aren't squids, those are neon tetras. I didn't even think about that. Damn. Squid's got the modifications.
So a siphuncle functions in a similar way to how a fish uses its swim bladder. These early shelled cephalopod were known as nautiloids, and the two species of nautilus alive today are a lineage of one of these ancient creatures that survived into the present day. And this can be seen as the nautilus still uses its shell as a flotation device to this day. In the Ordovician period, 440 to 480,
they wouldn't need to use the seat cushions on planes if the plane ever had to crash land. Overpowered.
50 million years ago, their populations exploded, becoming some of the most common animals around at that time. Their shells would have given them protection from predators, and their ability to float and move in all three dimensions would have allowed them to seek out food more easily. But also,
Big hat.
They were pioneers in very advanced
Big hat
features
squid.
not seen before, like developing one of the world's first circulatory systems.
Cuttlefish.
Unlike snails, for example, where the blood can flow freely throughout their body. Unique among all mollusks, cephalopods have a series of blood vessels and capillaries that transport the blood from their gills around their body, similar to vertebrates, but with a twist. Squid and other cephalopods don't have the same blood as humans, or any vertebrates for that matter, as it is bright blue. This is because, while most vertebrates rely on the iron-rich hemoglobin to transport oxygen throughout their body, cephalopods rely on a substance known as hemocyanin.
No,
that
not
is
the horseshoe
copper-based,
crabs.
So when it is oxidized, it goes blue rather than red. So despite this incredibly different starting point,
Yeah, those aren't even cuttlefish. I'm stupid. Are those? I don't think they are. I can't tell. So yeah, they harvest horseshoe crabs. They harvest horseshoe crab blood for like medication and stuff. It's kind of sad. Leave the horseshoe crabs alone.
that squid were left with, unique among
They're
any
perfect
of
in
their
every
blue-blooded
way.
relatives like horseshoe crabs, cephalopods landed on the same method as vertebrates to increase efficiency in their respiration. So it is like a mirror of our own circulatory system
Are those
that has evolved to do basically the same
They
thing.
look like
but
cuttlefish, I can't
within
tell.
a very alien body. These features would have given them an edge over their mollusk cousins, contributing to their
They're
success.
juicing crabs.
Often being found at the
They're
top of the
getting
food chain,
juiced.
sometimes getting incredibly big, like Camarasaurus, that may have grown to the same length of a great white shark, and was one of the first large animals to inhabit the planet. Among all of these new coned nautiloids, some of them evolved to have coiled shells.
I have those right here. I'm too lazy to grab them, but I have a few of those.
There are multiple advantages to having a coiled shell over a conical shaped one, which is why so many cephalopods trended to coiling up their shell. And this trend isn't even isolated among cephalopods, because other mollusks have made this adaptation as well, like snails. Limpets are in fact primitive snails that have little cone-shaped shells that later more advanced descendants, like regular snails, eventually adapted into a coil. Coiled shells require fewer resources to form because as they overlap, the chambers inside the shell share the same walls. Plus, the more circular shape is better at withstanding higher pressures because the pressure is more evenly distributed among the shell, with no weak spots. But the primary reason why so many cephalopods started to coil their shell is probably because they were more stable in the water. As they use their shell as a flotation device, it makes
How do they get designed like this? That is insane.
more sense having it nearer their center of gravity. There are many creatures living around this time that looked like they were halfway between
Now
having
that's
their
a
shell
wizard.
coiled up, and if these creatures were changing their shells to be more stable in the
They
sea,
thought about one day.
just a slightly curved shell
They thought about it and they were
had
just like,
advantages over a straight one.
this is it.
400 million years ago, one of these coiled cephalopod groups would evolve into the next stage of cephalopod evolution, the coleoids. That is the group that contains most cephalopods alive today, like cuttlefish, squid, and octopus. Unlike their ancestors, these creatures started to trend towards
Those are
losing their
cuttlefish.
shells.
Oh yeah, because the way
Cuttlefish have
the
a
fins are
chambered
moving.
shell with a siphuncle like older cephalopods, only it is hidden under a layer of skin. Squid have a small hard part inside their body that is a leftover from when they once had a shell like a cuttlefish, but it is now vestigial, and they do not use it to control their buoyancy like older cephalopods did. And octopus have taken it a step further as they have lost their shells entirely. Gone are the days of bobbing up and down at the surface of the ocean, and instead squid dart around the ocean a lot more like fish, using a large fin to push themselves, or occasionally jet propelling themselves to safety when pursued by predators. The earliest coleoids known were called the belemnoids, that dated back to the Devonian period about 400 million years ago, and looked like squid, although they were most closely related to the cuttlefish and had a similar internal shell with chambers that is what usually fossilizes.
That's
the sudden
cool.
appearance of this new range of cephalopods that were less reliant on their shells was thought to be spurred on by another new arrival on the Devonian scene, the first jawed fish. They would have competed with cephalopods for the same resources, forcing them to change into becoming faster and more agile. Plus, some Devonian cephalopods would have been forced deeper underwater,
That's a
where their
cuttlefish.
fish competitors could not as easily follow.
So
Higher
cool.
pressures of the deep would mean that their shells were at risk of cracking and breaking, and so they may have had to lose them to colonize these new deeper habitats. And the process of losing their shell served them well, because the KT extinction that saw the extinction of the dinosaurs was the final nail in the coffin.
That
for the
thing looked
shelled
like an
cephalopods.
alligator.
And the Nautilus survives to this day
Don't you
as a
mean Renekton?
reminder of these more ancient shelled creatures, but never again would they dominate. Whereas to this day, coleoid cephalopods, including squid, are some of the most successful creatures around, using their advanced respiratory systems and superior intelligence to give them an edge in their marine environments. So surviving multiple mass extinctions, bouncing through the turmoil of the planet's changing environments, the cephalopods were shaped and warped from an often simple group of creatures into very advanced forms. Some incredibly alien to us, like their multiple brains and limbs, while others were convergent evolution, like their closed circulatory systems and camera-style arms,
Lowercase
but
Keck
always with a
W.
twist, reminding us how distantly related these creatures are from us. Thank you for watching. A big thank you to all my patrons.
I felt like a 30-minute video of it, probably because I was yapping. That reminds me, I have mosasaur teeth for fossils, or like I have a couple of mosasaur teeth. We'll watch that on Thursday. We'll watch some dinosaur videos. All right, I'm going to bed. I literally, I was supposed to go to bed like, I was supposed to get off like 40 minutes ago, and of course I got distracted. Dinosaurs! But yeah, thanks for everyone stopping by. Sorry it was a short one, but, and I was late too. But, Sweepy good. Are you in bed right now, or are you still playing League of Legends? Son, I'm going to take away your Xbox. But yeah, I won't be on tomorrow, but I'll be on Thursday. It's in the Discord for my weekly schedule. I'll try to be on hopefully earlier on Wednesday, but yeah. Until then, I think it's everything. We'll probably draw or something. Maybe take a break from the games, but doing homework, nerd. All right, and that, I'll see you guys then. I'm gonna go carry the boats. All right, good night.
Indohyus, my brother. I've decided to search for more food in the waters.
You will regret this, Pachycetus. The environment will force you to adapt.
I just need some shrimps. I will be perfectly fine.
What the